On my automated task tracker, there's a feature where every single recurring task is automatically added to your task list whenever it's ready to be completed again. So that way it does it while you sleep. You don't have to think about it, and your task list will be ready for you to complete whenever you log in. And the way this happens is that anything that's marked as yes is added, anything that's marked as no is not added. So as you can imagine, the sky is kind of the limit on what you can and can't do. And that's because you can configure pretty much any formula that you want to be marked as yes, just using a simple if statement. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to manipulate the recurring formula that's currently there and how to fully customize it into an entirely different thing. So this will give you really great power and to be able to customize it to meet your needs. On my recurring test, every single one of these results is all based off of this formula right here. So let's say you want to make it where there's different formulas for different types of situations. So by default, you want it to have this formula right here, but you also want to have another formula where it will add that specific task on the same day every single month, regardless of how long it's been since the last time it was completed. What we can do is we can change this from an array formula. So delete array formula, change that to I2, change that to J2, change that to A2, delete that last close parentheses and press return. So now it's only going to execute that formula for one column. Let's go ahead and drag this down to the end of the table. And now we can edit one specific item. So for example, let's say that we want to have it where on the 12th of every month, it gets added, no matter how long it's been since the last time it was added or anything like that. We can delete the formula that's there. I went ahead and changed the last added date to the date last month. Doesn't matter what day it is, as long as it's last month, it'll work. The reason why I'm doing last month is because it will only be added once a month and we want it to be added on the 12th. So with the formula, I'm going to type equals if, open parentheses, today, open parentheses, close parentheses, is greater than or equal to EO month, open parentheses, and EO month stands for end of month. Select the day of last added, put a comma, 0. So it's going to take the last day of the month for the date that is selected here in I3. And then we'll put plus, and then however many days you want. So for example, I can put 12, and then if today is above that date, then we're going to return yes. Otherwise, we're going to return no. So you can see right here, we have a yes, and that's because today is July 12th. So it does match the criteria, which is 12 days past the last day of the month, which is June 30th, which would be July 12th. Now, if I were to put 13 instead, you can see it turns to no. That's because today's not July 13th yet. Once tomorrow rolls over, then it will be added to yes. If I were to go the other way and had 11 instead, it will be marked as yes because the 12th is past the 11th. So if you're not familiar with the EO month formula, like I said, all it is we're taking the date. So we're going to say EO month, select whatever date you want it to be, put a 0, and it's going to return the last day of the month. So you can see right here, if I drag this formula down, it's going to reference some of these other dates. So we have the 6:30, then we also have 7:31. So it's always going to return the last day of whatever month for the date it's selected. And then all we're doing is adding. So this plus 12, July 12th. So once again, July 12th, today is greater than or equal to July 12th. That's why it's being marked as yes. Otherwise, if it's not exceeding that date, it will be marked as no.